Do I like raw oysters? No. Do I like canned oysters? No. Do I like fried oysters? No. But I really do like this recipe for char-grilled oysters. Hey everybody, I'm Chef Dad, and this is my simple char-grilled oysters. All right, we're back on this adventure of helping to get cured on my TBI. We're gonna do that today with some char-grilled oysters. We're just gonna set up the butter first and then move on to the shucking, the cheese, the grilling, the eating, the amazing parts of this meal. Butter's super simple. I'm sorry I don't have my salt business up and running yet. I'm trying. If anybody wants to give me a hand, let me know in the comments. So it's going to be butter, a little white wine, Chef Dad smoked salt, a little bit of Bearded Butcher butter blend, and some rosemary. And of course, a lot of garlic. That might not even be enough garlic. I don't know yet. Butter in. Okay, over to the microwave. Microwave 15 seconds. You're not trying to melt the butter, you're just trying to soften the butter. So remove the parchment that they're in. You don't want any of that inside of it. So we're just going to check this butter, and it is perfect. See how that fork just pushes down into it? We don't want it melted. We just want it to be able to make this compound butter. So we're going to go in with about 6 tablespoons of minced garlic. This is salted butter, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of Chef Dad smoked salt, and that's going to add that super smoky flavor and umami. Don't need a lot. We're going to go in with some of this Bearded Butcher butter blend. And then some rosemary. Okay, then I am going to start mixing this together first, and then I will add in some of the white wine. And this is like a simple seafood compound butter for any of your seafood. Shrimp, scallops. I mean, you could throw this on steak and it'd be really good. So when you push down through, if you see this where it's just plain butter, you're not done yet. Just keep mixing it together. But once we get it about this well mixed, I'm going to go in with just a couple tablespoons of some quality white wine, dry white wine. So we don't need a whole lot of wine in here. Maybe 2 tablespoons. And that wine does not blend with this very well, so you're just going to kind of create these little pockets of wine inside the butter. Kind of gives it a little bit of a citrus note, because I'm not putting any lemon in this. Now, if you wanted to, you could roll this into a tube, throw it in the freezer, and make little medallions. This compound butter works for just about anything. We're going to put this onto our focaccia bread. That way we can broil it and make a nice toasted, delicious addition to our oysters. So you don't have to overdo these. Just get a nice layer on there. Okay, here's all of our bread buttered up, and we're just going to set this aside because it won't take long to get this broiled. But some of the best garlic bread you're ever going to have. So these are locally raised Alaskan oysters, also known as the greatest oyster in the world, the Pacific oyster. So every single one of these is alive. There's a lot of salt water that's in here. And when we do this, we don't want to lose all that salt water, because that's going to help with this butter and brine, and so beautiful, magnificent. I have a glove so that I can grab a hold of these oysters and I don't get poked by their shell. Normally you'll see people with a cut-proof glove, so if they slip, but I'm not doing it with a cut-proof glove. I'm doing it with my cotton glove. So right here in the back of the oyster, you'll see this little opening. You got to get this blade inside of it and just kind of pop it up, and then you're going to run this along the top of the shell underneath and run it clear across, and you're going to break that top gill, flip it open, clean it out. I'll show you. We're going directly in, and then once you're in, you're just going to tip the blade And once you got that blade tipped just a little bit, you're going to just run your knife right like that, clear across, and when you do, that top layer will just come off. So that little piece right here, there's a little knob, looks like a little tiny itty bitty scallop if you don't cut them off. And that's what holds this to the top shell. And they just hold it tight. And that's why you got to get in there and cut it off, and then it breaks free. Here's your beautiful oyster here. But it's still connected, so all you're going to do is take your shucker right underneath, break it free. And if you're just doing shooters, it's ready to go. Throw some Tabasco on there, take it. You don't want shell in there. You don't want your family and friends to be eating an oyster and end up having a nasty shell in there. Oh, there's a lot of people out there that can do them better than me. If you're one of them, let me know down in the comments. I mean, really, there's a muscle right here that holds it to the shell, that little piece right there. So as soon as you break it off of it, it'll just start floating around. Some of them are easier than others, but really you're looking for this little tiny opening in the back, and that's where you're going to get this shucker in there. So once you do, you just have to break that rear connective tissue. So if you get your shucker just in the right spot, you'll break it without causing any damage to yourself or the shell. But sometimes that's easier than it looks. At least for me. You might be an expert. You could do them, all these, in like 5 seconds. Got all of our oysters shucked. So we need to go out and dump our coals, get these ready, and then it's almost time to eat. These are not going to take much time. Okay, I'm just going to dump. Actually, we're doing oysters, right? I was going to say I'm going to dump half on one side and half on the other, but don't need to in this case. So I'm going to put my grill on there, and I'm just going to let it ride just like that until we get our oysters ready. So I'm just going to scoop a little bit with a fork and drop it right on top. Most of this is going to bubble and boil off of it, so I'm not too concerned if there's a little too much, because it's not, and there's not too much. Okay, so now they're all buttered up. One more thing that we need to do. Okay, so here's our wonderful pepper jack cheese, and you can grate it, but I think slicing is so much better. So we're going to take just about a half a slice and put it on each one of them. And this is going to melt in and seal some of that oyster and cheese juices in there. Oyster and cheese juice. Oyster and butter juices in there. The grill should be kicking just about 350 degrees, which is going to be perfect. And some of this butter and juices that drip down onto the coals is just going to make a much better flavor. So now that that's all buttered, I'm going to get my broiler going, 500 degrees, just for the bread. The bread's not going to take very long, but it's going to sit here until I get these onto the grill. Okay, we're just going to start setting these out in here. Oysters on the grill. We'll close the lid. We'll check on them in about 3 minutes. Burnt most of the hair off my knuckles. Okay, so in with the bread, top rack. And everything should come together just in the end. Check out those beautiful oysters. Look at the bubble. This one's even flame kissed. You hear them? They're done. So now all we're going to do is let these cool down a little bit, slice the bread, and get everything plated up. Okay, we're going to cut up our bread so it's easier to dip down inside the oyster shell and soak all that up. Just going to quarter them up. Again, if anybody has a good bread knife, let me know, because I need one. Okay, that's done. I'm just going to take an oyster here and just break everything free. See that? It all just comes free. And I like to do this. So I'm going to scoop out everything. Put it on my bread. There's lots of extra juices in there. Bon appetit. I like oysters like this. They're really good. Tons of flavor. And then you get these little pieces of bread. You can just chop everything up.
I like to eat it separate. Reminds me of being in Louisiana and going to those awesome oyster restaurants.
Well, they got their ideas from me.
That buttered bread. Yep. I'm going to do this with me.
And have another. A lot of people do the Parmesan cheese, but that pepper jack gives it a way, way more depth of flavor. And using the slices makes everything hold together. Well, this is delicious. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. YouTube picked that video for you. I picked that video for you. That's the subscription button. I need every one of you to push it, and then have another of your 100 friends push it. Thanks everybody. About Italian parsley, and I didn't use it.